Yo, sir, it's your boy, Best Worst X, and today we have.
Souul Truu, the ghetto king, the soul of a rose.
Alright, welcome back, good sir.
Yes, sir. Glad to
Alright,
be back.
so, first things first, musical therapy is now dropped,
Yeah, it's been a year now. Almost a year.
and I mean, how well was it received? How what was the outcome of all of that so far?
It was unbelievable. Like the response that I got, like the impact that I made, the DMs that I was getting, the sales that I made, just all of it was just crazy. Like I did something that probably hasn't been done before in the city, and if it has, it probably was. A couple times or something, but the fact that I made hard copies when everyone told me not to. Everyone said go digital. This ain't a CD generation, and I sold out in 24 hours of my uh first order of copies that I put out, and then 2 days later sold out again. Then I had an album release party, sold out again, and it was just crazy. People was hitting me up telling me like the album pretty much like helped them get through some like tough times and shit, which I found like dope because the reason I made musical therapy was to get myself through tough times, but the whole time like I'm helping others and I'm not even knowing it until they're telling me. So it was just like it was a win-win for everybody.
So after seeing what musical therapy did and what could do, like I seen a couple posts. We talked. You told me you're giving up and you're done.
I wouldn't say giving up.
Well, what's going on?
It
What's going
ain't,
on?
it's not giving up. It's just me making a decision to stop doing what I'm doing.
But why?
It's all on the album. That's what I tell everybody. It's all on the album.
Which album?
The one.
All right. So we're gonna talk about this one album. All right. All right. Or
The
should we
one.
talk? Or we should talk. Or we should talk about the documentary. Which one do you want to talk about?
Whichever way you want to go.
All right. Let's talk about the one.
Let's talk
Is
about
it
it.
called the one?
No. Can't tell you what it's called.
All right.
Can't tell you nothing about it. I mean, I could tell you off camera, but I can't tell. I can't talk about
So how many songs?
it. I think like 12, 13, maybe 14.
And how much meaning does this have compared to musical therapy?
Alright, so my first project, Mama Raised a King, I always say that was an album for my mom. Like, oh, that was dedicated to her. Musical Therapy, that was my album. That was me in a different lane, showing that I could do more than rap, showing that like it's more than just having the name So True, but showing people why my name is True, and not being afraid to like be vulnerable and talk about some deep shit that most artists don't talk about but they go through, but I guess they feel like they're weak for saying, like, if they're feeling emotional. I'm not afraid to get into, you know what I mean? That's just me. I'm expressive like that. So that album was for me. This last album, can't say.
All right. All right. All right. Expectations?
As far as
What season? Is there going to be snow on the ground?
might it'll be before the year's over.
Okay.
It'll be before the year's
You
over.
heard it here, folks. I got the scoop. Don't worry.
I can give you that much.
All right.
It'll be here before the year's over.
And all right. So, what about this documentary we got going on? What was that experience like so far, and where it's going to be?
Man, this is probably like my third attempt trying to fucking do a documentary with people that just wasn't, they didn't want to do the work, or they just found reasons to whatever the case is. So now that we actually got it going, and I always want to shoot a documentary. So just like doing shit, like just being able to have people see me for like who I really am outside of just music. Like, yeah, you hear my songs, you see me perform, but like you always want to know the artist you're listening to. You always want to know what they do outside of music, and like if you could actually see like, yo, I wonder what they do when they're not writing music, or what's their everyday like, and the fact I get to give that to people is dope.
All right. So, what about shows? I'm jumping because I already know that's a big part of your documentary. Like, so like throughout the year, I kind of seen like your development with like you being able to speak to a crowd. And control that.
Right.
And then like I guess your actual musical therapy debut or whatever, that release party was like the start of everything.
Yeah, that shit went crazy. That was a good joint. But the performance shit, like that, from that, I think from that night, might have been a little before that, but like I fell in love with music again, cause I started to hate music for a while. Like it was just, I don't know, like I started to annoy myself, cause I always felt like to be a rapper, like you had to just rap, like boom bap, lyrical, miracle. And I'm like, nah, like I want to have fun with music. I wasn't having fun with music, so I didn't want to do it no more. But like musical therapy, that's what I was saying. That like really opened me up as an artist, and you see the difference between Mama Raise a King and musical therapy. You see just the way the beats are, and just the melodies and all of that. So like I fell in love with music again, and that's what like really wanted me to. That's what made me want to perform. So I didn't want to perform before. I don't know why. Like I think my anxiety used to really like fuck with me. But when I started performing again, it was over. Just like being able to control the crowd, like you said earlier. Being able to control the crowds and being able to like vibe with them, and it was like a release for me. Like all the shit that I go through on a basis, like being on stage and performing is like, it was really like therapy for me. So when I started performing, I was calling them therapy sessions, and they started to catch on. And then that's when I did the Red Rose books, and that's why I called it the therapy session.
Okay.
So yeah.
But so we're gonna pause real quick.
When I think of you, my heart remembers all the love we've ever had, all the love we've ever had, just me and you. When I think of you, I remember springtime. That was when we fell in love. That was when we fell in love. Just me and you. When I think of you, think of you, think of you, think of you, think of you.
Yeah, I can feel the real, I can see the fake. Cherishing the love, dodging all the hate. Pick them balls off one by one. I don't think you know what's at stake. We can never be compared, we just don't relate. In the rose garden, watching for the snakes. And I'm rapping like I got an appetite. Bring me a bigger plate, cause I feel hungry. Everybody wanna be a killer till it's really time to go kill something. Bring him here to me, he's not a king. I'm what kind of nigga that'll killmonger. Anybody in my section or my best kin, I will kill for him. Pain never made me change, still the same. Only thing is I feel stronger. Now they speculate why I'm finna put an end to this rap shit, Probably cause I made more enemies than friends in this rap shit, Soon as buddy feel away, picking up the phone, internet this, If he in the way, he gon' hit the waves, have him swimming with the fish, Nigga rose from the road, staying on my toes, praying that I slip, Two-stepping with the devil, 2 left feet, nigga might slip, Need a vacay if I don't get away, either way, I'ma trip, On the road doing shows, and I bet them Joes back home sick, Now all that I'm left with is lies and deception. I put the soul in the rose, it ain't been the same since I stepped in. I could just imagine all these words that these scary niggas kept in. Only rappers seeing eye to eye, me, myself, and I, my reflection.
Just me and you. When I think of you.
Your thought process on performing in the past and your thought process now on performing, has that changed?
Oh, hell yeah. A lot. Like I was saying, like I didn't even want to perform before. Like like I said, I don't know if it was just anxiety, confidence, whatever it was, like I just didn't have the desire to do it. But I would watch like my friends and, like my cousins perform. And I used to be like, damn, yo, imagine if I was up there. But I wouldn't do it. And then now, like, I'm actually doing what I always imagined doing. You know what I mean? Like, when I was younger and I would watch, like, my favorite artists or whatever, like, artists or singers, whatever, I would watch them perform. Like, I used to grab a remote, like, it was a microphone, and I used to just, you know what I mean? Like, if I was them, this is what I'd be doing up there. So I already had that in my head. Like, if I ever performed, I would do it this way. Certain things that I would do, key things in my performances that I always wanted to do. Like if you've been in my shows, like I like to walk in the crowd at some point in the song. Like that's something I always want to do. I always want to interact with the crowd, like personally. So when I do that, it's just like, it's kind of like my dreams coming true kind of thing. Cause it's like, I was in my own world when I used to have these thoughts. And that's why I just love, I don't know. It's deep.
So, how do you feel about where you're going with music and where you're at so far, and how far you came? Like when you first started to compared to like now, like if you were to choose something else compared to like how you are in music, do you think you would have like anything else that would? Was that question two?
Like if I would do anything else besides music?
Yeah. 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 So basically, like if like you were to do something else other than music, would you have that same passion or drive?
Oh, I already do it. I mentor youth. I mentor kids in my community.
With music?
Nah, with just life in period, like just life in general.
So that'd be your other thing that you're...
That's what I do, and I do it with a passion.
Okay.
Changing lives every day.
Like a superhero.
That's how they look at us, but we're human.
Alright, I got you. And what do you think, what's your thoughts on the current state of rap?
I don't know.
I
Everybody raps now.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody raps. Everybody got the same story.
Okay. Let's talk about that show you went to. The Kendrick show.
Man, that shit was amazing. That shit was like I was watching like a movie, like Broadway. Like Kendrick is more than he's more than just a rapper. And just the way, I don't know, it was on some next level type shit. And the fact I got to like sit front row to see that shit, it was dope.
Okay. What would you do if you got a Kendrick feature?
I lose my fucking mind. I'ma write the best shit I ever wrote,
Could
and
you
I'm gonna wait till he sends his verse first, and then I'll record mine. I'm not writing mine first and then sending it to him.
what if it's the other way around and you have to actually send it to him first?
He got wait.
Oh wow. Oh damn. Ooh, that'd be dope.
That'd be what? That'd be super fire.
What would a track like that sound like?
Spooky.
Interesting.
Spooky.
I'm hyped for this documentary now.
I've been ready. The world needs to see it, man.
I feel
I'm
the
ready
same
for
way.
this. I'm hyped for this fucking album. You don't even know.
All right, finally. That's the only thing I really want to talk about,
This
and you're not
shit
letting me
is-
talk about it. So it's like hard. I was like, I want to talk about this album, but no, I
I
can't.
want to talk about. Yeah, I know it's crazy.
Because it's like I already heard musical therapy.
Cause I just want to smack niggas, but I can't. So I'm gonna just use the music.
What if the music, like, you think you're gonna hurt people's feelings with this album?
Nah, it's just to get back. That's all.
Okay.
It's just to get back. Like I said, first album was my mom's. Second one was mine. And this last one,
All right.
The Soul of a Rose.
So stay tuned. Yeah.